Hello everyone, my name is Susan and I'm the information system of University of Cyber Asia. Today I make four presentations about my literature review result. I make a journal about my results of the literature review that I created in the assignment. Uh, I make this journal based on the five book and the journal. Before I'm present about my presentations, I want to tell the books that I read for my literature review. First, uh, I want to separate into two parts. The first one is I made a foundation. I made the literature review for the foundation. I read three books. That is the Explain Widget-Based Architecture by Kamoner, released on 2021, and the second is the Focus on UI and the Learning Curve, released by Whitmill, released 2019, and also the Flutter Support Single Code Base with near native and the performance. I read this book for the foundation of my literature review, and also for the comparative study, I read some journal for my literature review. This journal are the faster development than needed by Jaskar, released on 2022, and the strong reading and the UI consistency, um, released by the IESS on 2028, and also balanced performance and the real narrative by the race, released on 2024. That this book and the journal I read for my study. So now I want to talk about my journal based on the my literature review. My journal is the study reviews about the Flutter framework for the mobile development. Um, last 5 years ago, from 2019 to 2024 based. And in my uh, journal is I use the systematic the literature review method for my journal, and I focus on the architecture and the performance of the Flutter framework, and also I identify the stretch and the limitation of the framework, and also I highlight the research of the future study. So I want to summarize about my literature review that I created as the rapid growth of mobile application has increased the demand for the efficient and the cost-effectiveness development frameworks. The cross-platform frameworks have uh, an important solution to the reduce of the times and the maintaining application quality. So this review method is adopted by analyzing book peer review and the journal article. So in this literature review, aims to systematically review existing literature related and Flutter and mobile application development. This efficiency and the efficiency, performance, and the comparison with the native and the other cross-platform framework, the finding indicate the Flutter offers strong advantages in user interface, uh, and also development productivity and the cross capability. However, some limitations related to the platforms are there are some limitations about the platforms. This study contributes by standardizing existing and research and highlighting research gaps that can guide. So this is the summaries of my literature reviews. And now I want to introduce about the Flutter framework that I the created. That in the created of my literature review. Mobile applications have become an essential part of the modern digital life, supporting communication, business, education, and entertainment. As mobile platforms such as Android and the iOS continue to evolve, developers face challenge in building application and traditionally native development and the approach using platform-specific language like Java, Kotlin, and Swift has been widely used. However, native development often requires separate code base for each platform, increasing development time and cost. To address this challenge, cross-platform development framework has been introduced. This framework allows developers to write a single code base that can run on multiple platforms. Flutter, developed by Google, is one of the most popular cross-platform frameworks and has attracted the attention due to its unique architecture and performance. Flutter uses Dart programming language and provide a rich set of the customizable features that enable developers to create consistent user interface and the cross-platform. And also, Flutter is the still need a comprehensive understanding its strengths and the limitations. Overall effectiveness compared to other development approach and previous study has explored Flutter from different perspectives such as performance evaluation, development productivity, and user interface designs. However, the studies are often scattered across different sources and lack of unified analytical perspective. Therefore, this paper aims to systematically review existing literature on Flutter framework and mobile application development, identify key findings, and highlight research gaps for the future investigations. So, I want to tell the before I want to explain the results. In this study, yeah, I want to tell the method of using in this study. The study adopt in systematic literature review methodology to analyze existing research related to the Flutter framework. Related literature are collected from multiple sources, including academics, journal, professional programming books, and the university research. The selection criteria focus on publications released before last 5 years between 2019 and 2024 to ensure the relevance and the currency of the review materials. So for the results of this literature review indicate the Flutter offers several significant advantages in mobile application development. Once this more frequently reported stress is ability to provide a consistent user interface. The focus of wide systems and the customized engine enable to developers to design visually consistent application without relying on platform-specific components. And the development productivity is another major benefit indicator in the literature. Study consistently report that Flutter reduced development times due to a single code base and hot reloaded feature. which allow developer to see change instantly. This improves debugging efficiency and accelerates the development cycle. In comparison with other frameworks, Flutter simplifies maintenance and update, especially for application targeting both Android and iOS platform. Performance related find out the Flutter achieved near native platforms in many scenarios, while some study not the native development made may outperform. Flutter is highly specialized for the resource-intensive application. The Flutter platform competes competitively in most general-purpose applications. This balance between platforms and the productivity make the Flutter is a practical choice for many development contexts. And the results and the limitations. That despite all the advantages, the literatures also identify certain limitations. Flutter ecosystem, although rapidly growing, is still less mature than native platform in some areas, such as to platform specific um, platform specific feature, and additionally, long-term scalability and the performance optimization in large-scale enterprise application require future investigations. And these limitations suggest that Flutter may not be the optional solution for every project, highlighting the importance of careful framework solution based on the project's requirement. So this is the result of the Flutter framework, the stretch and the limitations. And for the conclusions, this journal is systematically review existing on Flutter and mobile application. The finding demonstrate that Flutter is a powerful cross-platform framework that others strong advantages in user interface consistency, deployment efficiencies, and overall productivity. Compared to native and other cross-platform approach, Flutter provides a balanced solutions that meet the needs of many model applications. However, the reviews identify limitations related to the ecosystem maturity and the long-term scalability. In the future, the research can focus um, um, in empirical study involving the large scale, the Flutter application, and the real-world deployment scenario. For the overall, the literature review contribute to a clear understanding of the Flutter roles in mobile application development and provides guidance for the researchers and the practitioners in selecting appropriate development. So, this is for for the for my journal that I created based on my literature review. For the reference, I use this book, and I mentioned before at my start of the presentation, I use this book for my reference, and that's all for my presentation about my journal. Assessing Flutter framework for mobile applications. It means the Flutter rules in the mobile application development. So thank you for your attention and time. Have a good day. Bye bye.